Last time out, we had a pretty interesting looking episode, man, which saw your Rams go up to a 5-3 record here. And we are finally here at the trade deadline, week 9 of the season with this 5-3 record. Now, of course, we're 7th seed in the NFC right now. So if the playoffs start today, we're in. And the only guy that we're trying to compete with is actually the team behind us, the 49ers at 4-4, the Saints at 4-4, or Buccaneers at 4-4. So it's pretty close. There are a couple teams still in there, but we're not late enough in the season to kind of start eliminating teams yet, except for maybe the 1-6 teams. But it's going to be a long road if we want to try to take this division. As Arizona is 7-1, and we do actually have them on the schedule coming up in week 12. But we're at the trade deadline, so let's see. Is there any moves that we want to make this team better? Because we're looking at where we stand as far as our worst categories. We're top 10 in points per game, defensive points per game, offensive pass game, and defensive run game. So that means our two weakest points here is running the ball and passing the ball, is what I thought at first. And then I came and looked at the stats. And if you look at us as a team, a lot of that is miscued by the fact that we've actually played one more game than a lot of teams. We have a late bye week, so we're going to be basically that way to the end of the season. So it really kind of won't even out to like week 14. But if you look at our run game, it actually is decently bad here for us. I mean, we're at 584 yards as a team. Some of the teams behind us only have 7 games, so they could rush for even more and pass us. But we'll actually dive deeper into that here in a second as to why I think that might be okay. Defensively, though, this is where I kind of was concerned. I was like, okay, our defensive pass game's got to get better. What do we got to do to fix it? And then I looked, and as far as passing yards given up, we are, near the top at 1853. But, a lot of the teams below us, and I'd say if you're within 200 passing yards of us, because that's probably about the average passing yards per game, 200. If you're within 200 yards of us and have one less game, I'm considering you passed us. So we're right here. But if you look down here, I mean, the Seahawks are in the same way, so they're good. Cowboys are good. Packers probably would be behind us after one more game. Colts would be behind us after one more. That's 2. Dolphins are good. Titans. Jets. We got the Eagles. So, I mean, that's at least 5 more. I mean, it's not a whole lot, right? And that's only within the 100 range. I mean, we still have these 1,600 teams here that would include the Panthers, the Steelers, Broncos. So, I mean, that would add in 3 more. So, that's 9 more teams that would be behind us. After one game of just giving up 200 yards passing through the air, they would be behind us if we were on equal footing. We are already, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, the ninth worst pass defense in the league. You had 9 more behind us. It puts us at 18, which would put us in at least in the top half of the league in passing yards, just off of even games alone. And then not to mention, if you look at like our sack production here, we're getting to the quarterback, 28 sacks a game. We are number 1 in that aspect, 164 points given up, so we're doing pretty good. And 6 interceptions actually is near the top half, top 5 in the league too as well, which I thought might be an area we're slacking in. And then I came and looked at our run game, and I mean 3.8 a carry is not the greatest. It is pretty low, 419 yards, 110 rushing yards. But then I looked at the rest of the league, and if we look at the guys that have high volume, so a lot of attempts here, 3.6 a carry by Taj, 3.9 by Watson. We have 3.7 by Chain and Joyner, 3.6 by Jamal Brown, 3.4 by Sheldon James. So a lot of these guys are just having more volume than Kyron Williams, which is why their yardage is higher, even with lower yards per carry. Now, of course, you got guys like Bijan Robinson here with 5.8 a carry. Would love to get up to that range, but we don't got a Bijan Robinson type running back right now. So for those reasons, I think we're actually going to chill out at the trade deadline, because if you look at this team, we are not bad. We're young, but I don't think we're one piece away from making anything happen right now, which is why I don't want to make any moves. I mean, our whole offensive line, all stars. We even have a most likely star development offensive guard here to back up and take over for one of these two if we decide to let one go. Hoffman, he might be normal development, but it's still 77 overall, so could still take over. Our weapons, superstar, X factor, quarterback's a star. Even our backups, 78 and 77 isn't too bad. And then you go to the defense. We've got an X factor corner with a star on the other side, which I did switch this around. We're going to let Rakeshaw be the starting QB2 or cornerback 2. And Moses go to the QB3, maybe even let him go to nickel. We'll have to see if that helps the pass game at all. I think that might be a little bit of a help for us. We have 2 star development safeties, a superstar at middle linebacker. Braswell is a strong outside linebacker. Robinson is a great edge rusher. His overall is just down because he's not a good pass protector, but a great edge rusher. And then our whole defensive line is all stars. So outside of those key issues, I think we're a good team. We're 87 overall, 87 offense, 87 defense. We're very balanced. So I'm not going to make any moves here at the trade deadline like we said in our press conference. I was thinking about making one move in particular. It was more so to get some more edge rush to kind of cover for Jared Verse, but we're still doing good since he's been gone. He's been gone since week 4, and we are still leading the league in the 4 weeks preceding with a lot of sacks. So we'll go ahead and leave that alone for now. And we'll get into today's episode where we have Pittsburgh, who is 4-3. We have Houston, who is also either 4-3 or 5-3. If I can just show you guys from this scene. So we're obviously playing the Steelers, who are 4-3, right above them on the right side there, 3 down. Houston, 5-3 right now. And then we're going to come back to some division opponents here with the 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals right after, 4-4, 7-1. So some very key games here before we even get to our bye week. So we'll be kind of taking it a little bit slower through these games. We'll see how many we get through. And, of course, how many interesting storylines we hit. So I don't even know how far we'll get. I don't even know if we'll get to Arizona. But that is a game that I definitely want to key in and focus on, as that could be push us closer to getting the division or completely knock us just into a wild card only chase. And there he is, Jeremiah Matthews, over 2,000 yards through the young season. A decent touchdown interception ratio. We've seen the interceptions increasingly get higher here over the last couple of games. He's had multiple 2 interception games here recently, which hopefully we can get back on track with getting this past game up, as we have to start getting some wins here down the stretch. I would love to see us still hit 10 wins if possible. 10 wins will most likely be enough to get us in the postseason where everybody else is ranking at right now. 9 might even be able to slide you in, but definitely not a losing season. So we want to keep these wins coming in for us, and it starts here against Pittsburgh. Looks like we're in a nickel formation here, going with a run up the middle. We're going to go ahead and wrap him up in the backfield. Reggie Lawrence really is all over the field. I love that he's a field general and actually pretty balanced. Like, all of his field general, run stopper, and pass coverage are all the same overall. So he actually is a true, like, just 3 down or 4 down back, whatever you want to go. 3 down, 4 down linebacker. He can play all 4 downs if I need him to, if we're really being honest. He's all over the field. He runs. He covers from basically boundary to boundary. He's great in pass coverage. He's great blitzing here. So he's going to come here into the backfield. We're getting Justin Fields to move out of the pocket and throw that one into the dirt. And that's going to be able to give the ball back to our offense here. And I did make some more changes to our offense. I thought maybe just getting him volume would work. So I added a couple more runs here to the offensive play game plan, mixing things up for basically every single set. I'm talking about from first down to second, medium, short, long, third, medium, short, long, fourth, medium, short, long, red zone fringe, 2-minute warning, conservative game plan, every single game plan except for even goal line. Actually, I did touch that. Except for everything, I guess, except for backed up. I went and touched something on it to add a little bit more to it. So not only better plays that I think will get us first downs, better plays to get to some of our key guys, and then ultimately the goal was to get more balance in there with the run pass to get Kyren Williams at least some more volume. So we can see if that 3.8 is true or as a result in not getting too many run plays early to get him going. Here's we're going to throw out of the I formation here. Alexander Jackson with the catch, and did he slide? Some adjustments at the line here by Matthews. Dropping back, we have a flag down. It's probably going to be holding, as we do get Henry there on the outside going out of bounds. My fault. I'll say that, Hunter Henry. I'm still used to the Patriots here. I meant Michael Meyer. Wrong one. Weren't they in the same draft class, though? I can't remember, obviously, that far back. But weren't they in the same draft class, or at least close to it, like 1 year and the next year? For whatever reason, I get them mixed up a lot. Maybe it's because they also wear the same number, because I'm pretty sure they both wear 85. That could be it. 3rd and 8 here after the play. We get almost everything back from the penalty here. Matthews is going to roll out of the pocket without getting hit. Looking downfield, still, he's able to at least find, who is that, Lad McConkey, getting us to a closer 4th down, but that should put us in field goal range, though, at the 35. It would make it a 52-yard field goal, but we're going for it early. I love this. I don't know how I get this. I just upped some of the boosts here for us to call plays. We're going to throw that one out, and David McCullum gets the 1st down. Easy double slants call there, getting our 3rd first down on the drive. Ready to convert a 4th and 3 offense. Let's keep it moving here. We got a screen pass. I wanted to add some more of these two. Let's get Kyren Williams in our pass game as he shrugs through a tackler and gets us enough for the 1st down grab. I think I had to start, when I was making the playbook too, I was thinking a lot more about like playing the game. I was picking plays and throwing plays in there that I would want to run, that I knew I could get 1st downs off of and make the right reads off of. But I had to do stuff that the computer could do. Plays that are designed to get somebody open, designed to at least have one person open, that even the rookiest of rookie Madden players can make the throws on. And that's how the computer be playing sometimes. So that's why I had to go back and rechange even some of the pass plays that I had in there and favored it and change like the ratings on them. So I mean, if you guys have never made a playbook, like you change the ratings on which ones get called more and everything like that, and then you do stuff like that. Lad McConkey getting in the end zone, touchdown for the Rams, on the board early, and that's why I made those changes. I made changes, like I said, down here in the red zone for pass plays that were more shorter, not deep down the field, so we can get stuff like that. We had I can't see who's on the outside necessarily, but running off the DB, the linebacker went with them because they were in zone, and McConkey had an easy, basically walk to the end zone. Going up to the booth here as we go ahead and start the second quarter. We are still up with 7-0, but the Steelers offense looks like it's driving a little bit better now. A couple of pass plays and runs, mixing it in pretty well between the two. As Daryl Hankinson getting them closer, a penalty will help them out and get them in for 6. Big catch there from Alexander Jackson here late in the third quarter as the Steelers have taken the lead. Up now 14-3 as we go ahead and head into the fourth. It's going to finish this drive off here, hopefully ending this with points. We're at the 1 yard line here. It's going to finish that off. 1 yard touchdown run by Kyron Williams. And after the holding call there, it'll be 1st and 20 now for Fields as he throws that one quickly underneath. So we're going to close that out underneath, 134 yards and a touchdown for the day. Pretty solid day for Fields. Like I told y'all, 200 is about a good average to add on to a team's game plan for one game. As you can see, they played one game less than us, so they're a little bit higher in their passing yards per game. Of course, that's what I was confused about. They were ranked, I think it was like 9th or 19th, but their passing yards per game were higher than ours. But it's mostly because of the total, is I guess what it's looking at. Their total passing yards per game was less than us, of course, because they played one game less. So we'll see what it looks like here. Is now we're going to be a little bit more even as we throw that, or get him to throw that one into the dirt. Great pass protection or pass rush there. So we get them on a 4th and 8. Now it's just up to our offense here to just keep the ball moving like we were earlier. I like the drive that we had. I think it's been pretty consistent. I even liked it up in the booth. Still felt like we were pretty consistent moving the ball methodically up the field. As long as we get no negative plays, I think we have the playbook in place now to kind of make this team rock out. So we're going to drop back here, throw this one out of a sack as Kyron Williams gets us enough for the first, and we're over 200 on the day. We still got our motion plays, though. Let McConkey coming across formation here. Going underneath, that is David McCollum. I don't know why I called that man David. That's Brian McCollum. Making the catch there underneath. It'll now be 2nd and 3 here as we get them to jump. Or did we move first?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
I'm going to say, yeah, we'll go ahead and take that neutral zone infraction. Must have got him with the hard count there. So we're going back to our I formation, changing up some things at the line. As Jeremiah moving things around here for a pass out of the I formation. Throws it deep down the field. That is Lad McConkey with the catch, and he's in the end zone. Straight up beat the zone coverage or man coverage. I don't know which one, but it was just a simple post route, looks like. Wide open, and it had plenty of speed to get there. Now y'all see exactly why we went and signed another receiver to help Puka out in our receiving core, man. We could have developed one, but I went out and signed somebody that I think deserved a second chance here to make some big plays, and Lad's been doing it all season. And Pittsburgh was able to go ahead and get 3 points on their drive. Not too eventful as we were finally able to stall them out. But we have 4.5 minutes left. And if we can at least get 3 on this drive, that should put this game away as they get there with the blitz. Mika Fitzpatrick with the safety blitz coming around. And we had an injury there. I couldn't really see what that was. It looked like it might have been Chris Callahan. So we might have Dylan Matthews in at guard. So we're going to drop this one back. Throw goes over the middle. That's Kyron Williams with the catch. I'm trying not to go in because I do want to go in and change the depth chart. But if you go in too early, you'll get like basically kind of force yourself into a delay of game penalty. There's Brian with the first down grab because they'll have the screen pop up where you got to make a decision on if he's going to come back in or not. And it won't let you choose. So you basically get stuck with a delay game because you just sit there till the time runs out. So I'm not going to give my team a disadvantage. We'll just let the backup left tackle play here. So we're going to go to get out of the pocket here. Jeremiah Matthews sliding down for a gain of 7. So that should mean that Dylan Matthews is over there at left tackle right now, number 61. We'll have to see if that's the number I see. Going here with the weak formation here. Handoff goes up the middle. And Kyron Williams getting the first down. Plenty of room there. And that is Matthews over at left tackle. I just saw him get bullied too. Forced all the way back into the backfield. But that play should take us to the 2-minute warning. As you can see, Kyron Williams doing a little bit better with a little bit more volume. And there we go, man. We wrap this one up 27-17. Beating the Pittsburgh Steelers, moving them back to 500, but getting win number 6 on the season. And this was a very good game. I was so impressed with the offense. We moved the ball very well, running the ball, passing the ball. It just seemed like people were just open all over the field. Defensively, we were making the plays that we need to, still getting pressure even without Jared Verse in the game, and having the coverage on the back end to allow the pressure to get there. So 27-17 here. I had 17 of those points in the fourth quarter alone. Looks like we ended up with 19 first downs, so almost 20 of them things, 358 yards of total offense, 93 yards on the ground. That is a phenomenal game. 4.2 a carry, 6 for 11 on third downs. This is what I like to see. 50% in the red zone, so we still got to clean that up a little bit. Let me get some better red zone plays in, but 274, 2 touchdowns was a great game. We did intercept Justin Fields there at the end of the ball game. Kind of like a garbage time interception there. Kyron Williams, 4.6 a carry today and a touchdown. Told y'all what a little bit more volume can do. 17 for 79 for him. They kind of split carries in their backfield between Hankton and Scarborough. 8 carries and 6 carries both for both of them. And then receiving the ball, we still got, like I told you, I had a couple screens, and I guess he was just dinking it down too as well. 9 for 51. Ladd McConkey had the 2 big touchdown grabs. Brian McCollum had a solid game. Puka kind of quiet here today. As far as sacks, did we give up any today? We did not. Clean game for our offensive line. Defensive line also had a clean game because we didn't get to the backfield for a sack. Had a couple TFLs though, and then the interception came way of actually backup strong safety Derek Curry. It was a nice interception too, dove for it and everything. I was surprised to even see him get on the field. Ooh, upgrade for the QB after the game. Okay, Matthews getting an upgrade here. It takes 19,000 XP just to get my man an upgrade. Do you have like any kind of big boost to kind of give him that much? Progression in history. No, it's only 900 XP after the game. Field general strong arm. What are his ratings? I don't really get a chance to look at it too often. Deep accuracy is at an 89, 94 in his medium, 93 throw power. I think we could probably use an upgrade to his strong arm, which is, it's the scheme fit right now. 90 overall. Field general. Let's go get a strong arm upgrade here. He had to an 89 plus 2 to his medium and deep plus 2 throw under pressure. So now 91 overall, getting all of his accuracy into the 90s. I was looking for a little bit, hopefully, of a boost on his throw power, but still the 15th ranked QB in the league too, is just crazy. Then of course, Ladd McConkey after his big game here today, still a superstar in his rights. I mean, his short route running could get a little bit better here. Of course, I would want to go slot to try to maybe get that, but that's already going to upgrade short route running, so it's not going to upgrade it by a lot. Let's go with the playmaker upgrade and just hope for a big time boost here. So it gets up to a 90 overall total, plus 2 deep and short, plus 1 medium, plus 1 release. So I get some 86, 92, 94 in his route running. So he's even better down the field than he is short. So definitely don't want to put him in the slot, but 93 release. Definitely want to keep that on the outside and look for those deep shots down the field. And then Mr. Holder himself, Steve Amelia. Let's see what you can get better at. Is basically your finesse, honestly, on just both sides. So we'll go with the agility upgrade here. It seems to be the thing that we can improve on the most. Plus 3 pass block finesse. That's actually the side I was hoping on the most. So that gets up to 78. So we don't have to worry about pass blocking from up the middle. We're going to keep eyes on these standings. Looks like Arizona lost 2 as well. They're 7-2. Green Bay lost or had their bye week, one of them. They're 5-3 now. We're 6-3 at the 6th seed. Washington at 7-2. So kind of getting near that upper tier of teams in the league. See, points per game kind of went down a little bit there. We didn't score a whole lot. We're not at least in green in that aspect, 23.4. But passing yards are still up there. Run game we still need to get better at. So I like this. I like to see as much green as possible if we can here. And I think it only shows green if you're top 10. So definitely want to keep getting these things lower. But as people start having their bye weeks, we should start to kind of move and adjust up that line a little bit more. And here we are in Houston, getting ready to take on the Texans now after our big win last week. Man, we're on a 2-game winning streak here. And it just seems like the team just keeps improving. We're showing signs of getting better. I mean, for the most part, the roster is young. It's like we have too many old people on the roster. It's just, can we make this work and this roster work enough to get a ring while we have this big contract on our quarterbacks? That's the main challenge, most rebuilds faces, trying to win it on that rookie quarterback contract so you have the money for free agents. And if you can't do that, hope that you drafted well to where your young guys develop into solid pieces. Here's running out of the pocket, getting that out to Kyron Williams, though. I think he got out probably a little bit earlier than you need. So, I mean, the lineman was still hurdling our right tackle when he started taking off. But it gave him enough space and room to make that throw confidently, so I can't complain. Good first down grab for the first one of the day. They're going to send a blitz off the right side. Ladd McConkey with a short catch underneath. So we talked about being more of a deep field threat. I think I do have some plays in here, though, where he will be like the short guy even at the outside. Going with a 2 tight end look here, though. Motioning Jackson across the formation. Going with the pass under center. I see somebody wide open. That is, I almost called him that again. Bro, it makes me laugh every time I almost do it. That was Michael Meyer with the catch. One of these days, I'm going to remember that we have, maybe I just need to start thinking Halloween. That's who our tight end is. Halloween with the big time catch there for the first down grab, going right underneath again to Brian McCullum, getting shifty with the spin move in a tight window and getting himself another first down grab. That's 3 first down grabs on this first drive again, like we did last week. Now, can we turn this one into a touchdown as well? Here's we're going to drop back, pass going from under center, goes out to Puka with his first catch of the day. 2nd and 7 now from the 8-yard line. Throw will go out to our fullback with his first grab of the day. Everybody's getting a little bit of a touch of the ball here as we had an injury go down. It looks like number 70, Zach Zinter, looked like he might be out of the game now. So we might have rookie Sheldon Arnold into the ball game here. So we're going to roll out of the pockets and finally get taken down as, yes, Sheldon. You can call that man Sheldon. Wasn't the game on the last play. Held up great on a little with double team help. So that sack was not on him, but we'll have to see how long that offensive line injury is going to be. Saw ourselves go and get stalled out in the red zone, unfortunately, but still able to get 3. Now CJ Stroud's turn to lead this Texans offense here, as they also are 6-3 winning last week, showing that they're a tough AFC opponent. So this could be something that we want to look forward to. Maybe it's a Super Bowl matchup, possibly. I mean, this team's looking strong as far as their record goes and stats-wise. Let's see what they actually play like on the field as we're able to get in the backfield for a short game there. Taj Tarpley. As we saw, he was one of those examples that we made as far as high volume, lower yards per carry than our starting running back. So we use that to our advantage here and really stop him there. Short pass goes here underneath. See Tarpley already tired from all them times being tackled. 3rd and 10 here. CJ's going to drop back. Has plenty of time in the pocket. He's being moved to evade out. Throws this one out to the sideline. And we will go ahead and stop them too, just short. They'll be in field goal range, though. This should be, I'm trying to think roughly off the top of my head, 53? 53-yard field goal should be up, and it is no good. Just off a little bit. We come up to the booth, get a big play on their big penalty on their defense, and just like that, we drop down the field into goal territory. 8-yard touchdown pass to Matthew Allen. Going into the 4th quarter here, we are up 16-6 as they were able to get a field goal in before half, and we just kind of stalled out as they're getting the ball back here, still down 10 points, going with a 3-and-out there. Offense has a chance to close this one out if we can get another touchdown would be nice here. We're getting close to the red zone. Can we go and put the dagger in this team and go on a 3-game win streak? Just like Zach Zinter is back in the game, so probably just a quick injury just knocked him out for a couple plays. Nothing too serious there, which is good to see. Offensive line staying healthy and strong as we go with the run to the left side. Still not much room. 10 for 38. Sheesh. Looks like it hasn't been much of a good run day for us either. 3rd and 8 here. We'll go under center. Jeremiah dropping back for the pass. The blitz is going to get there. Oh, my goodness. Kyron Williams was all in the way. Couldn't even let Matthews roll out, really. So we were able to at least drill the long field goal from that far out. So still 19-6. So we're up 13. Still 2-possession game here. As it's going to be up to Houston and CJ Stroud to see if they can drive down the field. They need a quick score here if they want to have a chance to win this ball game. They got all 3 of their timeouts just over the 2-minute warning here. Throw goes over the middle. And that is a great grab and catch there. Who is that? Couldn't see who that was, but great job by CJ Stroud. Obviously, he's got a superstar logo underneath the face of his name as we are almost able to get back there for the sack. The 2-minute warning outside of it here. 1:59 left to go. CJ's looking to roll out of the pocket here, trying to evade the pressure, and he will. That's the rookie Robbins coming off the edge that time around. He's really only in on when we're in our base defense there. So that wasn't the nickel pressure that was getting there as they go for it on 4th down and we make him drop the pass. Reggie Lawrence in coverage. I think can we get a replay of that one? It looks like they try to go to Taj out the backfield. We will get a Okay, I guess we'll get a replay of the grass. And there it is, man. We actually end up getting another field goal as time expires. 22-6 here against the Texans on the road. And that gives us 7 wins now in the season. We are 7-3 on a 3-game winning streak as we head into 2 big divisional matchups too as well. This is a perfect time to be hitting stride. Great solid game here, dropping 22 points here. Mostly field goals. We only really had 1 touchdown here today. 21 first downs though still. 300 yards total offense, 90 or 82 on the ground. What's that red zone percentage looking like? 3 for 4. I'll take it. 25 minutes of time of possession. I love that. 262 and a touchdown for Matthews. And it's just another solid game. The pass defense is playing strong here today. We're not letting Stroud, take over the game. We didn't really let him get out the pocket either to rush it. 2.8 a carry. We told y'all we are going to hold down their running game and keep ours boosted. 5 yards a carry here. Not as much volume for Kyron Williams as we did see in the last game. Jackson and McConkey this time doing the takeovers for us as Allen caught the only touchdown pass of the game. And then defensively, do we have any sacks here today? Looks like we did have 3. John Monty getting 2 and Davidson adding on to a career high. He has 11 already. That is sack number 12 with 2 TFLs to go along with it. No INTs today, but I did see who had 12 tackles. Reggie Lawrence all over the field. 8 of them solos. 8 solo tackles. And let me see, what was the next closest? He had more solos than our next closest person did total tackles with 8. Next closest was 5. Upgrade coming out of the game here for Chris Callahan, of course. He's been a solid, offensive lineman. I do just kind of, at this point, I think I might just kind of want to get him better. He's got star development, so he's going to keep getting boosts here. He's 23 years old, so he's still young. He doesn't need a whole lot of XP. I would love to get his pass protector up, but he pass blocks well. 86 power, 79 finesse, 83 overall pass block is even better than his run block. I think we probably just keep getting him, his overall better. Let's go with the power boost here. Might even help out the pass block a little bit. +3 to his run block power, which we've tried to run a couple more stretches and stuff like that to the outside, so that might help out a little bit. And with back-to-back with 3 straight victories here, we are now 7-3 and increasing our lead away from San Francisco, who is 5-4. But we now actually tied Arizona, who is 7-3. They're on a 2-game losing streak right now, as we are now tied up for the division lead. We are the 6th seed still, as Dallas is 7-2. As it looks like the Commanders took over the NFC East, mainly just because of a bye week there. So we're keeping ourselves further and further into the postseason, and now even battling for our own conference. So the next game is going to be really important here. We just want to beat San Francisco to get to it. We might simulate through this game completely, or at least see if the fourth quarter is interesting, but then get into Arizona heavily. And of course, before we do that, might as well look at our mock drafts here. Looks like we still got 4 of the 5 guys being edge rushers here. Looks like the only thing that's changed is the quarterback has slipped up into the top half as the Dolphins move back to pick 2. Not able to get, they could still get John Barlow if they wanted to. They're just not going to. They're going to go with the quarterback instead, Andy Waddell. Strong arm guy, top 5 projection here. Looks like he's at B, deep accuracy, but only 30%, so we don't have too much information on him. Looks like we're starting to get some for the outside linebackers, so they're all at 65% here, which is great news to see. Looks like still a lot of edge rushers here. Only 8 out of the top 10 are edge rushers, either on the right outside linebacker or right inside. Then we finally start to get a run on 3 straight offensive linemen, for the next 5 being offensive linemen. So it kind of starts to spread out a little bit more. And where do they have us picking right now? Pick 27, going after defensive tackle here. Darren McGee, round 1 projected. Here we have 60%, so we can take a look. A, tackling. B, finesse. C, block shed. A to C, power moves. 21-year-old. 6'1", 302. Looks like athleticism is in a good spot. Good to great speed. Good to solid strength. Good to great acceleration. A, tackling. B, pursuit. A, play rec. B, awareness. Which I feel like play rec is underwhelmed. Like it's not as appreciated as it should be. Play rec should be your ability to tell the difference between like play actions. So if you have like an A at play rec, I'm thinking you're not getting fooled that much on play action plays or where the play is going to be going. If they sign a motion a guy across the formation, you're not running with the motion. You're actually keeping your eyes on the ball. Stuff like that. That should be what play recognition is, being able to recognize the play. Awareness is just being situational awareness. So penalties, whether you should go for a hit stick or not. Are you going to tackle the guy forward or try to, suplex him backwards for the first down marker? That's what I feel like the difference in those two should be. And I don't know if they already play like that, but it doesn't seem like it to me. Maybe y'all can let me know. But this isn't a solid pick if we had to go late first round pick, getting us another defensive tackle. Not the exact way I thought this game would be going here, as we're getting close to going into the fourth quarter. We're down 24-10 here against the 49ers, as this has been an all bad game here. The offense has been kind of shut down and stiff today. Defense, I mean, we've actually given them good field position, so I can't really say they've been not holding up their end of the bargain. 24 points here already before we get to the last quarter is not a good sign here, as Matthews will step up in the pocket. Free running lane is, I think if he angles a little bit more to the right, might have been able to get a first. All we need is just 1 yard here. Let's just keep this drive moving. We need points here. We're going to go with the direct handoff to Kyron Williams here off the right side. Going under center, staying with the run game here as we go to break a tackle, spinning off one defender. I'm not mad at it. I mean, 10 for 63. Obviously, he's got a great efficiency today, but we want to get the passing game back up here today. I mean, or not even back up here today, just back now. We're in the fourth quarter, down 14 points. We need to get down the field quickly here. This throw is going to be to the outside. And that's McCollum going out of bounds. 87 yards. And this is why I had questions on whether Matthews was our franchise quarterback or not. 87 yards here in the fourth quarter. Great job running the ball here, but we had a focus on throwing medium. And he looks like he hasn't even been able to throw it at all. 2nd and 2 after the run gets us enough for the first, throwing it off the blitz there as we go to get that one past the defender. So Warner was over there lurking, but McConkey getting enough for the first down. I don't know if maybe he's just been scared today or what. Everything's been kind of short here. Haven't seen anything go really deep down the field. It's been mostly the players making plays for him after the fact. Here's we motion the tight end back to his spot. Throw will go out towards the end zone, and he snags that one down. Let McConkey getting into the end zone, one-on-one coverage against Lenore. I really thought that was about to just be knocked down. He throws this one. Look, the corner route, he splits it. This is just trusting your receiver to go up and grab that one. And that's a tough play. That was step one of a 3-part step to getting this dub. Step 2 is getting a defensive stop. So now we have to stop Brock Purdy in this offense of the 49ers here. They're going to go up short, and that's going to be a pick. And he's going to take that one all the way back to the crib. Enes Rexhaw Jr. coming up in clutch covers there against George Kittle, is able to take that one away. And steps 2 and 3 get done simultaneously. A defensive stop and a score ties this ball game up. And look at the leap. Just coming up in great flat coverage there against George Kittle. And now just another stop, and we can go ahead and try to win this game. Good job defense on the last one, getting the turnover that we needed. This ball game is back to 24-24, and we get another interception. This time it's going to go all the way back to the crib again. Can he get there? It's Kirby Joseph with another pick six. I don't know what was happening up in the booth. I came down the field pissed off, and in a matter of, roughly 5 game minutes, we've seen a touchdown by the offense and 2 back-to-back pick sixes, both times targeting George Kittle. And we're just able to take it to the crib yet again. Kirby Joseph, and that's why we haven't played that sub linebacker role, so we can cover those tight ends more easy. And I'll keep taking it. If this is a defensive win or offensive win, it does not matter to me. A dub is a dub and keeps us in pace with the Cardinals here, who we have to face in the next one. We might actually just go ahead and make that its own video here, honestly, because this one is getting kind of long here at this point. So we're going to go in the backfield and get Brock Purdy down for a sack. And I think we've had plenty of excitement for one video, so we'll have to see how this one finishes out, to what we do for the next one. But I really want to see what Arizona's record is. Did they get a win or an L this week, as they go with a direct handoff this time to the outside, and we're there to read that one all the way. Looks like we're in nickel coverage. Here's going to go to motion out. Let's go to Rexhaw Jr. spreading out with the halfback here. Looks like they'll be in coverage on that, but wide open over the middle is Brandon Ayuk. I thought they might be going to the motion side too as well, but we left the middle of the field too vulnerable. Cameron Curl not coming up to make a play on it. So yeah, I mean, he was over the middle. Our linebacker just shaded too far to the left side. Some of the growing pains of having, a young but superstar middle linebacker is that he might get confused in motion sometimes. So left the middle of the field, but booty naked there. Let's see what he does in coverage this time around. So we're going to go ahead and get some pressure back. Throw goes to the outside. This time he's throwing it away instead of forcing it. Kyle Miner was in coverage for that one, making sure to go ahead and get that one moved out. Here's why is 99? What is 99 doing? Oh Lord, I think I know exactly why they were able to go ahead and get those points on the board, as we're gonna go ahead and get a sack now, this time in the backfield. I completely forgot to change our nickel coverages, but it's 3rd and 26 here. We cannot mess this up, right? Forgot to go ahead and change the defensive tackle out of my coverage spots, but he's only in one formation now, so I was at least able to take him out on most of the other ones. Here we go and get in the backfield and get another sack. 4th sack on the game. That is number 56. Who is that, actually? Austin Robbins, that's right, our rookie. I almost forgot that we put him over there to cover for Jervis. I keep forgetting what his actual number is since he hasn't been on the field that often. But way to go in and come in and make an impact play. And they're actually just going to go ahead and punt this one away. So with 4 minutes left, we just have to drain clock. After 3rd and 10 here, we had a penalty kind of set us back. We need this first down to keep the drive going. And are you kidding me? They left Ladd McConkey wide open on the go ball. The corner bailed up in flat coverage, it looked like, and he was just wide open. We already had good field position to start with. Now we're easily in field goal range to put a dagger in, even if we can't just run out clock here. So, I mean, they have all their timeouts left. We're obviously going to have the 2-minute warning hit too as well. So I have to see if we just go ahead and get our 3 and get out of here, or they're going to have some time to make something happen. So we were able to go ahead and put 3 up on the board. Can the 49ers go ahead and answer back here? 1:43 to go, and they do have a timeout. So they're going to need a quick touchdown here, and then they're going to need to go ahead and get a turnover of some kind. You know, get the ball back on an onside kick. Anything that they can do to get the ball back after that will work. Purdy dropping back, fires it out to the sideline. That's Ayuk with the catch and stepping out. So they're still going to save their timeout here. 2nd and 4, looking down the field a little bit more, and he's wide open. So we're doing a little bit more man coverage here possibly, but they're trying to save this timeout as long as possible. They're under 40 seconds left to go. The runoff has not been clean here. As we're going to go ahead and get to Brock Purdy as he just dishes this off to the halfback. You should be going to the sideline as they finally use that last timeout. Oh, quick back to the line, though. 30 seconds left to go in the game. Oh, no, we have our big DT back there at free safety. Let's hope this does not mess us up. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let it slide. Throw goes out deep down the field. Way to knock that one loose. That is the rookie getting over there to make good coverage. Moses getting a hand on that rock. Now it'll be 3rd and 5. Our defensive tackle is not back there any longer, so straight up good pass coverage here this time around. As we're going to go ahead and get in the backfield. Not going to get there. Way to knock it loose, and we almost picked it off. Ennis was over there trying to dive for that one, man. He tried his best. But now we have a 4th and 5. 23 seconds left to go. Oh, they're going to actually go ahead and just kick the field goal now. Kick the field goal now. Go for the onside kick and give yourself a chance to tie this game up with a touchdown. I like it. And here he goes. The onside kick for the game. It's going to go down. Looks like we will be able to pick this one up. Can we just go ahead and hold on to it? Just make sure you don't fumble my rock. And Matthew Allen is able to go ahead and get that one and secure us a victory here. As with no timeouts, we can just come out in victory formation, baby. We took down the division rival 49ers. We 2-0 them on the season. We beat them earlier in about week 2, 23-10. This time it's a come from behind 34-27 victory in which we had 2 back-to-back pick sixes that really took us over the top. And now we are competing for that number 1 seed. We'll at least be tied with it at the very least with Arizona, depending on what they did this week too as well. So yeah, that one, got to chalk that up. Defense won that one completely. I mean, offensively today, only 262 yards of offense. Most of that was garbage offense. Yards per attempt here, 7.3. We were really checking down a lot when we did kind of step in. Did have a couple pass go down the field there late, but most of the early game was spent underneath. And you see here 15 for 22, 161, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. While Purdy got those 2 clutch interceptions for the boy. 4.9 a carry here for Kyron Williams, and a touchdown. He only had 8 for like 30 something when we checked in to watch there at the end of the 3rd quarter. So most of that done in the 4th quarter. Once again, just kind of like those last couple minutes. Jaleel Sheldon, pretty solid game though, 13 for 50. Brandon Ayuk was their main target, of course, 10 for 116, 2 touchdowns. Got to look to find a way to cover him a little better. Thankfully, we don't have to see them for a 3rd time. And then Ladd McConkey here leading the way, 6 for 89 and a touchdown. Had 2 very big catches for us. One to keep a drive going, one to give us the touchdown to even put us in position to win the game. So shout out to him for allowing us to have that opportunity. 14 tackles here for Reggie Lawrence there. Once again, a big day for him. How many of those solos? 10? 10 solos. Oh my gosh. Sacks came away of John Davidson, Najee Singleton, and Robinson and Lawrence. And then our 2 interceptions, Kirby Joseph and Rackshaw. Great pick sixes there from the boys to go ahead and give us the dub. Game ball goes to the DB room. And as you can see by the standings, we actually take over the top spot now as the number 2 seed at 8-3, as Arizona had their bye week last week. So they were able to rest up and rest their guys, go at 7-3 right now. And as you can see, the playoff picture is getting tight here at the top. I mean, Washington's at 9-2, Minnesota and Green Bay both at 7-3. The Saints are 6-4. Dallas is at 8-2. So it's at the point right now where the 7th seed is a 7-3 team. So it's probably going to be a situation where double digit, like 9 wins ain't going to be enough. You're going to have to probably hit 10 wins, even as a wild card team, to get in this year. It just looks like 3 divisions have really strong, top heavy, top tiers here. I mean, Green Bay and Dallas both are 2-3 wins away from double digits. So are us in Arizona. I mean, shoot, 10 wins might not even be enough to grow and crack you in. So we have essentially, I mean, all of us are in. So, I mean, we all might still be good, though, because you see the Giants, 4 wins, the Bears, 5, 49ers, 5, Atlanta or Tampa Bay, 5. So, I mean, we might be solidly in place here. Nobody's clinched anything yet. But it's for this reason I think we go ahead and come back next episode and go ahead and focus in on Arizona. We have Dallas right after them, who they're also 8-2. So those are 2 strong opponents heading into a bye week. So that can really kind of solidify what we want to do with some of these contracts and solidify some people's seasons to see if they're even going to come back. Now, we did get an injury after the last game. I didn't check on it because I thought it would still appear there. But looks like Zach Zinter, our left guard, is now down with an abdominal tear. He will miss 3 weeks. I mean, he'll be both of these key games and then just a bye week. So only missing 2 games despite it being a 3-week injury. But that'll make plenty of room to go ahead and get our rookie Sheldon Arndt going at it, coming up into the starting spot as a hidden development player, right? He's the one that's hidden development. Kind of a hard time mixing between the two. I know both of them are rookies, but yeah. So I'll give our hidden development guard a chance to go ahead and come in and start. Now, of course, I could go Hoffman if I just wanted to go which one is better overall, but I want him to have a chance to get some snaps. Obviously, he could just be star development, which would be better than normal development. So we want to get him as much PT as possible to potentially take over for Zinter or Dotson. So we'll see how much XP he's able to get here over the next couple weeks and bye week. And see if he's able to, as far as an overall boost goes, pass Hoffman at all and become our 6th best lineman. But yeah, man, that's where we will go ahead and stop here. Coming into week 12, still haven't had our bye yet, but the 5th best scoring offense, 5th best passing offense, 8th best scoring defense, 2nd best rush defense. And the only thing we have to work on is just being bottom 3rd in rushing offense and passing defense, which most of that is probably because of our, our deep tackle situation. But it's really in one formation now only, so that's great. It's an easy fix. I just got to remember to make sure I do that every time we go ahead and hop into a game and watch it. But let's go ahead and see this battle. Tanner Pittman's ready to come in and get back at Jeremiah Matthews. I mean, first time we matched up was week 5 in a loss. We lost 24-10. So we're looking to avenge that and stay on top of this NFC West. And hopefully maybe even contend with the Commanders for a top seed, that number 1 seed, to get that home field advantage. So next time out, we'll go through another couple of weeks, get into the bye week at least, and see what the last 4 weeks of the season have to hold. I'll catch you guys in the next video. It's me, your boy, Coach Smooth. And I hope you guys enjoyed the high intensity, high action. If not, of the other games, at least of that 49ers game. Later.